What's up guys, Bloodshed here, bringing you the Whirlwind Barbarian for patch 2.4.2, Diablo 3, Season 7. Now, every single barb in Season 7 gets Haedrig's Gift. And Haedrig's Gift, you get Wrath of the Waste set. So if you're watching this here in Season 7 and you need a build with the Waste set, like what are we going to do? So that's what I did. I tested a build for T10 that can transition into T13 if need be. So what I did with the testing was I used a mixed bag of ancients and non-ancient gear. I capped my Paragon at 600, so all the testing was done with 600 Paragon. I used all low-level gems like rank 47 Bane of the Trapped, my powerful rank 41, and Teguk rank 48. You want to use the Hellfire Amulet, and you want to switch out Weapons Master or Brawler depending if you need more resource, depending if you need more damage, kind of thing. For your other 4 passives, you want to go with Ruthless, Boon of the Bull Kathos, Berserker Rage, and Rampage. This is the best passive setup that I found. If you're playing on hardcore, I'd opt for the Cheat Death passive as opposed to the Brawler or Weapons Master passive. I'm all over the place today. Back to the build. As for the Whirlwind skill itself, I like Hurricane, right? It pulls enemies toward you for 35 yards away. It's a huge quality of life change. It's super noticeable. You're going through the rift and you're just, sucking in enemies. You're like a living energy twister wizard, right? Now, if you're Fury starved and you just got the 6-piece set, you just got your Bull Kathos weapons or whatever you're using, and you're running out of Fury, obviously you can use the Whirlwind Wind Shear rune to get Fury every time you hit an enemy. If you find yourself on T13, that's when I finally used Blood Funnel. Like, I didn't really need Blood Funnel until I started like speed farming T13, right? And this build is capable of farming T13 once you get the gear and everything necessary and the Paragon and such. So we are using chilanik's chain here, and you do get movement speed, right? So we just want as much movement speed as possible. Chilanik's chain only works if you have Warcry in the build, right? So we're using Warcry. I decided to go with Impunity. Impunity is going to give us 20% resist all to the elements. Since we're on T10, I don't socket white gems for T10. If you're having trouble surviving and Impunity is not enough, you can start socketing white gems until you feel comfortable. But typically you don't need to socket white gems. For Torment 13, you're most likely going to socket all white gems and forego strength gems. And at that point, I'd probably use Veteran's Warning instead of Impunity. But you want to play with the survivability. If you're having trouble, try one, try the other, and see what helps a little bit more. For Battle Rage, for T10, we want speed. I like to use Ferocity. Just gives us more movement speed, more effectiveness. And for T13, I find myself switching to the Bloodshed rune, right? The Bloodshed causes an explosion of hits, dealing 20% damage done to all enemies in the area. So it's a little bit better for T13 as opposed to T10. One of my favorite additions to the build is Overpower. We're using the Killing Spree Lightning rune, and it synergizes. You're already spinning, you're already doing damage around you. And when you hit Overpower, you're dealing 380% weapon damage as lightning to all enemies within 9 yards. So it's just perfect. You're already putting yourself in groups of monsters, you're grouping them up with Whirlwind, and then you're overpowering them right away. And Critical Chance also have a chance to reduce Overpower by 1 second. So we have Zodiac Ring reducing the cooldown of Overpower, and Overpower is reducing the cooldown of Overpower. It's just so much synergy, it feels really good, man. For T13, I really enjoy warzechian arm guards overall, more speed. And for T13, when you start to push the difficulties up, I like to use strong arm bracers. It just kind of, when we're furious charging, we're actually knocking back enemies. It procs your strong arms and your whirlwinding. It does a little bit more damage. And no matter what bracers you use or you decide, you always want to, boom, swap to your nemesis bracers and swap back, right, for pylon. But yeah, I enjoy Zodiac Ring, the Ring of Royal Grandeur, so we can use hexing pants, and I use Mantle channeling in the cube. I find as you go up in difficulty, you need as much survivability as possible, because you're going to be speedrunning T13, which is about Greater Rift 60. So I use the Furnace, Mantle channeling, and Skullgrasp. So Skullgrasp got buffed, like the Skullgrasp ring got buffed last patch, and it made it multiplicative damage. So it does lots and lots of damage as opposed to before when it was just additive. Also on T13, if you're having survivability issues, you can always use the goldwrap. And even if you don't use Boon of the Hoarder, you still get this survivability bonus. So yeah, play with the different items available and find what's right for you. As far as Paragon priority goes, I definitely would want cooldown reduction on both my weapons, and area damage on my weapons. And you can see here, I would do cooldown reduction, then crit damage. I kind of believe in the 10 to 1 ratio. So if you have Just like right here, if you have 5% crit chance, you want 50% critical hit damage. So Blizzard has it kind of implemented here, the 5 to 10 ratio, or the 1 to 10 ratio. I kind of believe that. So this character has like 40% chance to crit and around 400 and something, critical hit damage. For defense, I'd probably go all resist first, and then armor, and then life percent. But as long as you go all resist first, you'll be fine. For utility, I would most likely go RCR, then area damage. But it really depends. Like if you get your weapons early or you get whatever early, then you would maybe do area damage first. But typically RCR on any new character is helpful. For your core abilities, you obviously want to cap movement speed and stack strength. Now if you're not surviving and you just happen to have low health, like this character doesn't have the most health, I only have 630k, then maybe you would go into vitality. Like it's not that serious. It's not going to hurt your T10 clear speeds. And for T13, like your multipliers are what's going to carry you. Alright guys, if you're watching this in Season 7 and you need a leveling build, we have a Barbarian one we did in Season 6. It's still super viable and effective. If you want to know how to get Hadric's Gift for the Wrath of the Waste set, boom, it's right there. And if you guys enjoy the content and you like Bloodshed and you like my videos, consider supporting me on Patreon above. The link will be up there. It definitely helps me keep the lights on in the building. And of course, follow me at twitch.tv/bloodshed. We stream Thursday through Sunday. Obviously, subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, comment, let me know what you think. And yeah, nothing has much changed, but I wanted to put a nice complete package together for you guys for the Wrath of the Waste set. And I hope I did my job. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This has been about 10 days in the making. So yeah, this is Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.